Hi guys, we've been one of the lucky ones to be updated with the new Sky EPG for 2014, so I thought I'd make a little video and show some people around what's new. Might as well start off on the system details menu. It tells us a little bit about the box and the software that's on it. This model number at the start is the actual version of software that the box is running. It's a very strange name. Don't know why Sky decided to use model number, but nevertheless it is the software on the box. What you're looking for when you get the update is it says R009. That's the important bit that tells you that your box is running this new EPG. The rest is just a specific version of R009. So just patch versions, so it can change maybe a little bit throughout the rollout as Sky maybe fix a few bugs, so it might increase to .02p or something. Also, if your box is a Samsung Pace or a DRX 780, they usually have a slightly different model number in the middle part, so it might say 72 instead of 66 or something like that. Be a bit different because of the difference in hardware, but the main thing to look out for is that R009. So we might as well start off with the home screen. This is the major change in the update, other than a little bit of refresh to the menus. Still same format really, nothing much changed other than look at the background. TV guide is the default tab that you land on when you enter the guide. And it's also the TV guide key is what brings up the guide. So just press TV guide. We have TV guide highlighted. We can just press select, go straight to the TV guide there, go down, and just start browsing with what you're familiar with. If you go back to the home screen and go right to our planner, and again, it's what you're familiar with really. Nothing particularly new there. There's a couple of little tweaks. You notice like these programs here that highlighted in yellow, that was something that happens on the TV guide previously, so it highlights programs which originate in HD, but it never used to do it in the planner. This update now makes recordings which originate in HD also highlight yellow, but you need to have the option enabled in settings. There is another little change, and that's to the percentage indicator, or for individual programs. So if you press I on a program, you'll see it says up the top, used 0.9%. It used to be rounded up to the nearest whole percent, but now it's to one decimal place. But for some reason they didn't choose to do that for the overall percentage indicator, so it says only 33% there, instead of, I don't know, 32.1 for instance. Because I think Sky do round it up to the nearest whole percent, regardless of what it is. So they don't round up, they don't round down. But other than that, the planner is practically the same. So we can go back to our home screen here. Now, there is a couple of different ways of accessing the TV guide that I should have mentioned. There's obviously the usual TV guide, select, and then you're on your TV guide. Or you could do TV guide and then TV guide again, and that will bring you into the TV guide. Or you can do TV guide, then the yellow button, and that will take you into the TV guide. So there's three ways of accessing the TV guide, but they both require two button presses. So it's one more than what we used to on the old Sky guide. There is a new feature for the TV guide which allows you to access it with one button press, but there's a bit of a difference. It takes you back to the previous channel you're on. So, as we've been used to with Sky, when you go to the TV guide, you always start at this channel, 101, BBC One. You always start at the beginning. A feature of many other TV guides is that you can go back to the channel that you're currently on in the TV guide. So if I was to go back to True Detective, we'll select that, Sky Atlantic. If I press the backup button from our Sky remote, it will take me directly back to Sky Atlantic in the TV guide. So that's a new little feature. It's in this release. The next thing is our on-demand tabs here, or tiles, as I think Sky call them. These are basically like links to different parts of on-demand, really. So if you can catch up TV, it'll take us to on-demand, the catch-up TV tab, and it's very similar. There's been a bit of an update to the way catch-up TV looks, a bit of a better organisation, really. So we can go into BBC iPlayer. We now say we get the use of these tabs on the middle menu, whereas previously you would just have the BBC iPlayer logo and a breadcrumb as you move through on-demand menus. So you can see these tiles of the programs. There is a lot more space on them because there's going to be a few more icons and things Sky's managed to squeeze in. It's a bit more better organised, really, on demand now. It's got a bit slower than it was earlier on. That's more to do with, I think, our internet connection, our power line adapters, than the menu itself. Generally, yeah, on demand is a lot more better organised, I think. It looks a lot nicer. Same thing for ITV, really. By day, soaps. Was featured. Got featured. Hasn't changed a lot, just better organised, really. New, updated look. 4D. Most popular. By day. Nice familiar tabbed interface, tiled interface, really. By day. There's one thing about BBC iPlayer, and that's if you go into channels and then select a channel, the days are on this like tabs at the top. I quite like that. I think it's a much better idea. But that's really it for catch-ups in terms of changes. Just a bit of a tidy up. Okay, so we go back to our TV guide, or home screen, as I should say. TV box sets. Just takes us to the TV box sets tab in on demand. Nothing's really changed in here at all. One thing you might like to know is that it was in the previous software as well, that you can actually move a whole page at a time by using the channel up and down buttons. So move a whole page at a time if it wasn't lagging a bit. So some people might not know that. Quicker navigation. Sky Store, once again, it just takes you to the Sky Stores tab in on demand. Nothing particularly changed, really, in here. Just a bit of a tidy up of the organisation. And obviously, pressing the Catch Up TV tab on the home screen does that the same as just going up there and moving us ours along. TV box sets. Sky Movies, as you can see, Sky Movies takes us here. If we go back to the home screen, Sky Movies on demand, it takes us there. Sky Movie, exactly the same place. It's just a bit of a shortcut, really, allowing you to access things a lot quicker and try and promote Sky's on demand content a lot more. Best of on demand. You might be wondering what this is. It's basically just Showcase. It just takes you straight back to that Showcase tab in On Demand. I'm not really sure why Sky decided to call it Best of On Demand on the home screen and then call it Showcase in the On Demand menu. It seems a bit stupid, a bit confusing, maybe for customers. There is one thing I noticed about Sky Store content. You see it says Rent below it, and if you go into the Sky Store tab, and we look at content in Sky Store, they all say rent below them. You might think it's a bit obvious. If you're going to rent it, can't really do anything else with it. But Sky is actually planning to launch something called, I think, Sky Buy and Keep, where it's a bit like a you buy something with Sky Store, and they keep a copy of it basically their master copy of it. And whenever you want to watch it, you can just go and download it and watch it. So instead of saying rent there, it would say, I don't know, purchased or something like that. And you'll just be able to select it, download it, and watch it whenever you want. So you wouldn't have to keep a copy of it or have a DVD. So it's a bit like cloud storage of your movies. So that's something which is yet to be released. But that's why it says rented. The next thing is new series. This is a new thing for Sky. It's basically just highlights new series that started recently. If we go into that, it doesn't really look like it's got much order to it or sense, but I believe the next live showing is at the top, so they're ordered in like the order they're going to be broadcasting. And what happens is you go into them and it will show like the episodes that are in the future. So 30 showings here. There's going to be quite a few. So series 1, episode 1, episode 2. Yeah, it only shows on episode 2 at the moment. 5 showings. There. This is the best thing. Is if you've missed an episode, so you didn't quite catch the beginning of it, it will highlight any previous episodes that are available on demand. So you can catch on it if you missed the start of a series that you like the look of. But other than that, that's all that does, really. But it's a nice little update. There is going to be an update at the end of summer. They will add a recommendation service to this new tab. So next to new series at the top there, there'll be a tab next to it called recommendations. And what it'll do is it'll look at the content you've recorded on your box, and you'll be able to scroll through the content in your box, and it'll give you recommendations of shows you might like to watch that are similar. So that's like Trimod rival Virgin Media's TiVo service. But that's not going to be released until the end of summer, I think. What else is new? Oh, search. In the previous release, we got a nice new connected search feature, where if your box was connected to the internet, you get a much improved search feature. This has been brought right forward to the home page. You can either use the arrow keys to move up to it and start searching. So go for The Voice UK. There we go. Or the following. But one of the best things about search is obviously it's accessed straight away. If you do press TV Guide. But you can actually start searching anywhere on the screen. So I could just be here down near your series and start typing again. Hey. Yep. And there we go. So search is really easy to access now. One thing that wasn't there before is that you can actually access the guide completely exit the guide completely in one button press. All you have to do is press the Sky button on your remote and you go straight back to live TV. Now live TV has got a little new feature as well. In that previously we could press the blue button and then select, and it would take you back to the last channel you were on. That still works. We can press the blue button, select, go straight back to Sky Intro, which was the last channel we were on. Whereas now, you can also just press the left arrow key on your Sky remote. So just press the left arrow key. There we go. We jump straight back to Sky Atlantic. You press the left arrow key again. We jump straight back to Sky Intro. One thing is that it won't work when this search and scan banner's up. So when this little thing's up, it won't work. You have to wait for it to go off screen for it to work. You go press left again, go straight back to the previous channel you're on. Nothing groundbreaking, but makes things a little bit easier for those people. What else is new? Did not mention it in the in the system details menu. Forgot to mention it. I think is scroll past it. The Mac the MAC address of your Skybox is now shown. It's a wide MAC address. It would say wireless MAC address if you have a wireless box or a Sky wireless adapter connected to it. So that's handy for people who might want to know that. This network version has increased from 1.0.0 to 1.02. No idea what it means. But something's changed somewhere. When your Skybox is updated, you'll get a message when you first turn it on that says your Sky+HD box has been updated. Press select to see what's new, and that'll take you straight to this software tab. It gives you a little summary of some changes. Doesn't really say much. It says 1 of 124. The rest of the pages are just a software notice for legal reasons, because the box uses open source software. I don't think there's anything really else changed in there. No, I don't think so. Obviously, the one thing worth noting is that there was a bit of an issue there. All the options which are available on the home screen, so these options like TV Guide, Planner, Catch Up, TV On Demand, they've all been removed from this top menu here. So the only way you can access them is through the home screen now, or in links, the coloured buttons at the bottom of the screen. So Catch Up TV there for red, green for Planner, and the blue for search. One thing is that those coloured buttons actually still work on the home screen. So if you're used to accessing the Planner by going TV Guide green, it still works now. Yeah, even those options aren't shown on the bottom of the home screen. So it doesn't really break anything you've become so used to doing. What else is there? Oh, the Sky Plus app. Once you have this update and you have the new version of the Sky Plus app, which I think is 4.8, I think maybe. Yeah, 4.8. You have some new options in the media control, they call it, the bit of the Sky Plus app where you can remotely control your box, so fast forward, rewind, etc. Pause. You will now have the ability, once you've got that 4.8 update and this new Sky Guide, you'll be able to put the box into standby, or use the backup key, or select. So that's 3 new buttons that are on the Sky remote that you can now also do on the Sky Plus app, which I think has been one of the most requested things for the Sky Plus app on some forums. Just have a quick look at if there's anything else I missed. I don't think so. No, I think that's more or less it for the update. Yeah, there's nothing groundbreaking or anything, but it certainly hopefully paves the way for some exciting things to be released later on in the year. So we'll see where we go from here. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but today. I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but at the moment, Sky's only rolling this out to DRX 890 and 895 Sky+HD boxes. They will be rolling out to all Sky+HD boxes, other than those made by Thompson. But those, so that'll be the Pace, the Samsung, and the DRX 780. But those will be rolling out till possibly about a month. Probably about that time after later on. Um, but yeah, 'cause, if you have those boxes, you need to be patient. It's only been rolled out to the DRX 890 and 895 as we speak. Sky does it in batches of usually 100,000, but they usually start off small and work their way up to that number. So they do like maybe 100,000 a night. They don't necessarily update every night. Typically, it's a Tuesday and a Thursday during the week when Sky sends out its updates, and they're always at 2 a.m. in the morning. So if you want to get this update, just leave your box on at that time. The DRX 595, which is the non-recordable HD box, that isn't due this update at the very moment. It will be getting this new look at some point. I don't believe it will be getting the home screen though, because since this is all like on online content and that box can't connect to the internet really at the moment, or can't really download programs. So it won't have the home screen, but I think it'll have this like new look to the menus and things. But that's not due for a while yet. I don't think they haven't really announced that. Another question would be, can you force update your box? At the moment, you can't. But I think usually about halfway through the public rollout, Sky updates the DR stream, or the force update stream, as you might like to call it, so you can force update your box. So I'm afraid at the moment you'll just need to be patient until Sky automatically updates your box. That's it. I mean, I suppose I could say about how it performs. Performance-wise, it's just as good as the previous software. It's really quickly able to move through the menus. It's only the on-demand menus that can be like a little bit, and that's mainly due to the internet connection. So you can, very quickly move through options. So yeah, performance-wise, it's as good as ever. Sky's been beta testing it for a while. The beta testers are getting better. I mean, there will be possibly a few bugs somewhere. I think a couple have already been identified. But that's the same with any public release of software. There's usually still bugs in it. As for the older boxes, I know they tend to struggle with the newer software. I know they're struggling with the current software at the moment, the R008, which was released in November, I think it was. They're struggling a bit with that, with lagginess. I haven't seen it run on any of those boxes. They are due to get it for about a month. So it'll be interesting to see how well they cope with it. I mean, there hasn't really been any changes that I'm aware of that are major, mainly just cosmetics, really. So you should think they'd be able to perform the same as they were. Hopefully Sky can improve the performance on those boxes. But yeah, it's a good update from Sky, I think. Looks a bit more modern. Makes features easy to access. And hopefully sets the way for other great things to come. Okay, bye.